This conference will now be recorded.
Okay guys, so in the last class we have seen some very basic concepts about Python programming language because Python is definitely important. And Pradeep, you are there, this is your first day, so let me discuss quickly. In the last class we have basically seen about Python. So in machine learning or data science, these fields are very correlated because to deal with data we need some algorithms, and machine learning generally it will provide all the algorithms that we need to analyze the data and visualize the data and then to make some meaningful conclusions. So we will use this ML algorithms, and to implement ML we have some languages, programming languages, because ultimately we have to deal with a machine or computers, so that's why we need some languages. So we have two choice: either we can use a Python programming language or we can use the R programming language. These two are the only possible thing that we can use. There are some other languages as well, but the most of the developers or everyone else will be using these two things. Now if we compare Python with R, why we have chosen this Python? Because Python is the most easiest programming language. So in this class basically we're going to demonstrate each and every point that why we have chosen Python. So this is the most easiest. It will take very less time to develop your applications, and it will be able to implement all the algorithms very easily. Like here, this is called, this platform is called Google Colab. You can just go to Google's landing page and there you can search for Google Colab. The first link you will be getting, just open the link, and you will be able to open just a page like this. So in the last class actually, you can if you go through the recording, you can see how I have created this, and then I have just simply changed the name. And then what you have to do here, you have to just click on this connect button. So whenever you will be pressing on this connect button, this workspace or this notebook will be connected to actual Google servers. So what is the benefit of using this? So the main benefit is you don't have to install anything in your own machine. There will be no load in your own machine. Everything else will be in Google's server. Like the Google will be, they will assign some RAM, they will assign some disk storage, so you can use that. All the libraries, all the modules that you need to get started with machine learning and data science, everything else is there already. So you just have to import them and you can execute them. You can just write simple queries just like this. You can write simple statements and you can execute them. This much easy it is in Python. Like this is very similar to English only. So if you can understand Python and you can implement Python in a good way, then definitely you can get started with all the machine learning algorithms, and it will take very like it will take hardly 5 to 6 days to grasp all the concept for Python programming language and for machine learning, definitely for machine learning. So now before doing anything, can you give me a quick intro? Because in the last class we have taken the intro of each and everyone, like what you have done and your background, what you like, any of, are you from IT background or not, or any programming language idea, or what you are doing. So Pradeep.
Hello, hi. Hi, everyone. Yeah, this is Pradeep. I've done my electronics, uh, bachelor's in electronics. So I have a bit of knowledge in C. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in marketing. I've done in marketing. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So since you know C programming language, you have some fundamental idea. So like you can easily understand that if we try to write a normal print statement in C programming language, it will take hardly, it will take definitely, it will more than 3 to 4 lines. The hash include, stdio, all these things you have to write. But here there is no need to write anything. Just you can write in this way: Python hello everyone, or hello world, or hello anything, like whatever the string you want, and it will be printed. You can write in this way, you can add two numbers in this way, and this much easy it is. So that's why we're gonna use Python, because of its simplicity and all the things. Now Pradeep. My name is also Pradeepto. I'm Pradeepto Chatterjee, and definitely we are the name is similar, Pradeep and Pradeepto. So yeah, I'm more than 4 to 5 years of experience. I've been giving training, and I've been in the development field as well of this machine learning and data science field. And with Python, I generally use Python programming language. And apart from that, I have a strong grasp in data science and data structures, algorithms, web development, all these fields. So you will be learning more about me later on. Like the training itself will tell you about me. So whatever the content that we're going to cover in Python, especially in machine learning, I hope it is clear to you. Like in machine learning, we will be covering some algorithms, and after completing the machine learning, we will learn about statistics. Like we will cover each and everything. Statistics definitely for data science, and after that, at the end, we can draw some meaningful insights. So this is the first part for Python. We will be covering some very few points, like very basic points that you need to know. Definitely about conditionals, I have discussed this. Just go through the recording and you will be able to understand this conditional loop, some data structures like list, tuple, set, dictionary, and then some advanced techniques are there, exception handling, functions, all these things are there. Okay, so now a quick introduction to Python programming language. So what is Python? You already know it is, and this actual thing, this documentation, I have taken the entire documentation from Python's official web page. The link is given right here. So you can go to Python's official web page and you can see everything else is there. So Python is interpreted object-oriented high-level programming language. And now these terms, what does these terms mean actually? Like you have to understand each and every term. So you can go through the entire thing. This is like in the official website, everything is written there. Now you need to understand each and every point. So the first point is interpreted. So interpreted, we have already seen it. Like in the browser, here in the browser, interpreted means we have written this single line and we have already executed this single line. We have written this particular portion and we have executed this particular portion. It is not like that we have to write the entire code and then we have to save it somewhere, then we can run it. Like how much easy it is. Just we can write it and we can execute it, and the line whatever we have written, it will be executed. Just like our like normal statements, whatever we want to do, it is a way to communicate with the machine. So this much easy it is, and this is called a interpreter. So that's why Python is interpreted. Next point is simple. So you can definitely like who are from IT background. I think you Pradeep, you are from IT background, and Manoj was there. Manoj is not present right now. So Manoj is also from IT background. So you can understand that in C or any other language, we will be seeing it that how much easy it is. Now the next point is high level. High level means basically there are two types of languages. One is high level and another one is low level. So low level means the machine readable. The machine can understand only zeros and one. And human can understand this English, Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Punjabi, Tamil, all these languages. Anyone can understand, human can understand these languages. So that's why it is called a high level language, that any human can also understand this language very easily. If you know English, you can easily understand this Python programming language. Next point is general purpose. So why general purpose? We're going to discuss this just after some time. And also in the last class we have discussed about object oriented nature of Python programming language. Like object in real life, everything is considered as object. Just like suppose you are also using the same mobile phone and I am also using the same mobile phone, but the design is same, the functionality everything is same, the model number is also same, but the only difference is both the mobile phones are different objects. So this is the only thing that will make the difference. So in Python also we can create such same designs, just like the company, they create the same design or a blueprint, and based on that design we will be creating some objects. which will be like very easy to implement and very easy to use. Okay, so this is about Python. Any confusion? We will discuss any of all these points. So do you have any confusion, or it is clear to you?
Clear, sir.
Okay, and what about others? Hello, Ajay. You are you are there?
Yeah, yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, okay. So there is one more point, that is scripting language. So scripting language basically means you can also write scripts. I have discussed this point as well. So in the actual starting class, like you can actually create some scripts. Scripts means, so whenever you will have some document file, just like this, like suppose you have a document with the extension doc. You can have some PDF file with the extension .pdf.
PDF.
Yes, you can have some file with the extension, like you have some mp3 songs with the extension .mp3. You
MP3.
can have some videos with mp4. You can have this kind of extensions. But what happens in Python is you can have like you can create some Python files with the extension .py
PY.
in, in your own machine. You can create this kind of files. So let me show it to you. Let me actually show it to you. Just wait for a minute. Actually, I have paused the presentation. I'm creating a folder in my own machine. So then I will show it to you. Yes, so basically, this is the interface. This particular interface, it is the interface for VS Code, Visual Studio Code. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
So this is the interface. This is the interface for Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a very popular IDE. So when when you will actually focus on development area, at that time you can use this Visual Studio Code. You can also download this from your own machine, but it is not required right now. This is just to show you that how to create some Python files. So here there is an option in this new file option. You can create right here, and you can create a new file. So I will name, I can name it whatever I can want. So I will name it just a.py. So with this .py extension, I can create a Python file. You can see the Python logo right here. And here I can actually write my Python queries or my Python code, whatever I want. So whatever I have done till right now, let me zoom it a little bit. So this print, hello everyone. Then in the next line, if I just write print, then good morning. Then in the next line, if I just write, I hope you all are enjoying. If I just write in this way, and I have to save this file, and after saving the file, I will just execute this particular file. So for executing, I have there is particular this option. So whenever I will execute this particular file, so all the output will be right here. Hello everyone, good morning, and I hope you all are enjoying. So in this way we can create, this is called a script, like this is called a Python script. So that's why we can also store all the queries in a particular Python file, and we can execute that file also. This is another way of executing, or this is another way of running our Python file. So for this purpose, what you can do, as I have shown you, I have already shown you in the last class how to download Python. So you can go to the official website and there you can download Python. And after downloading, you can also install this VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Just go there. I will show you. Just go in the Google and search for Visual Studio Code, and you will be redirected to this page. Whenever you want to download Visual Studio Code, you can go in this particular web page. Just wait, this particular web page, and download it for Windows if you are using Windows, and if you are using any other distribution, so it is completely fine. You can download it, and the interface will look something like this. You can execute all your Python queries, whatever you want. So in this way, but mainly we will focus on the Google Colab part in our entire session, because this will go in Google Colab. Actually we can do all the machine learning related stuff, all the data science related stuff, so we will be focusing on that only. Okay, so where was I here? So that's why the script, that is what the scripting language is basically. So scripting language, it is clear to you, I hope. Interpreted, what is interpreter, it is clear. Why simple, we will be seeing that in a moment. High level means this is very easy to read and write. General purpose, we will see that in a moment. And object oriented is also a very basic introduction I have given. You can also go through the last day's recording. Now, like this is the very basic history. This is just to give some credit to Guido van Rossum, who actually created this Python programming language in the year 1990, and he was influenced by all these programming languages: C, C++, Algol 68, Unix. So inspired by all these languages, he created this particular programming language, that is Python. So now, why Python is necessary? Actually, this question is very important. Why we have chosen Python, and why Python is so much popular for not only for machine learning, but if we consider separately as well, why Python is even so much importance. So the main reason is, if you are from IT background, so you can relate. In other programming languages, you have to write at least 9 to 10 lines of code in order to do a very simple task. But in Python, you can only write only 3 to 4 lines and the task will be executed. The same thing will happen. You just writing only 3 to 5, even sometime you can do the same task using one single line of code. That is also possible in Python. That is the power of Python. Next point is better readability. I hope you already have seen how much easy it is. So in our like in our childhood, what we used to do for calculating normal mathematics problem, like we used to take variables like a is equals to 5, then another variable b is equals to 10, and if we want to add them, a plus b is equals to 10 plus 5, that is 15. So in Python also you can do it in the same way. This much easy it is, this much simple it is. Yeah, Ajay, you want to say something? Hello.
No, no, no. No, Pradeep.
So in this way we can easily so how much readable it is. Next point is, there is no need to declare this kind of unnecessary character and unnecessary syntax. Now if you are from programming definitely if you are from programming background, you can relate. Like in other programming languages, you have to actually give a semicolon after each and every line. So this is a very tiresome work, and if you forget to mention one semicolon, your code will not work properly. Your code will throw some errors. So as a developers, we all hate errors. So, and to figure out where is the error, it will actually take a huge amount of time. So in Python, suppose you are focusing on developing an machine learning algorithm. Using that algorithm, you will predict something, you will use that algorithm for your data science purpose. So there, if you are mentioning this kind of thing again and again, if you are mentioning this semicolons, and you forgot somewhere, your code is more than 100 more than 1000, it contains more than 1000 lines, you can say. So there it is really very difficult for us to find out where is the error. So that's why Python it is completely ignored. Like no need to write any kind of unnecessary syntax or unnecessary characters. Also this curly braces, there is no need to write about this curly braces. There is no variable declaration. Like before declaring any variable, this is 5 is an integer. We can also specify some string right here. So if we just write in this way, double quote or inverted commas, if we specify, so it will become a string. And to specify whether this is an integer or string or floating point number, in other programming languages we have to write the type of the data just before this name of the variable. In this way, let's say we have a variable integer a, this is equals to 5. So in other languages we have to write in this way, but in Python no need to write, it will automatically detect the type. So these are all the important points, and definitely if we can write a single line and we can execute that particular line clicking on the play button available just here, we can write whatever our code is and we can execute it instantly without even doing anything. So definitely the development time will be faster. So that's why we're going to use Python in our illustration, in our demonstration. And not only in this part, or like apart from all these points, these are definitely a point for our learning point of view, but from the actual development point of view, like whatever I discussed, it is already written in this part. In this why Python part, I have already written all these things. So you can read you can read this file. I will share this PDF PPT file with you all, no worries. So whatever is discussed right here, it is written here. And apart from this part, from your development point of view, so after learning Python, you can actually focus on web development, you can focus on software development. There is some libraries called Kivy, Kivy. Let me write it, Kivy. So using this Kivy library, you can actually write some code for Android development. You can create Android applications. For software development, there is the library tkinter. For web development, the library is Django. Definitely we can use this machine learning, and using this machine learning we can draw some meaningful conclusions, and that is nothing but that our data science is DS, our data science, that is we can solve complex mathematics and physics problems, which will again is an important part for we can solve the statistics and probability concepts, and using that concepts we can easily solve some data science problems. And obviously in medical science, like to predict whether a person is having a disease or not, or like based on their chest x-rays, we can even do some we can do some stuff. We can analyze their x-rays, we can analyze their MRIs, we can analyze all the medical reports. In cybersecurity, in big data, in each and every field, Python is there. Now why these fields are related regarding our data science? Suppose you have developed a machine learning algorithm, and who will be your end user? Like you can develop the software in using Google Colab, you can develop the software using your own machine, but the actual end user, your clients, they are not gonna use that Google Colab file, or they're not gonna use that IDE. So they need a proper interface, they need something like a proper visualization. So for that purpose, you have to build some web application or software or Android application in order to implement your task actually properly. So in this way actually you can include Python, and you can do the same thing learning only one single programming language, that is Python. You can focus on the machine learning part, you can focus on the data science part, and you can also focus on the web development part. So these are some points. Like these points will clearly tell you why you should use Python and why you should learn Python before jumping into any data science or any other field. Okay, so now this is the example. I hope this example is also visible to you. Like a very simple hello world program, and this program is written in Java programming language. So anybody is there who know Java? Anybody is there? Anybody have any idea about Java? Java is also a programming language.
No, sir.
Okay, so you nobody is there, but still I will ask this question. Like definitely I'm gonna ask this question. Like, can you explain this code if you don't have any idea about Java, but still can you explain each and every line of this code? Each and every line, like why this public is there, why the system.out.println is there, each and every line. So I hope you cannot. If you if you don't have the actual knowledge of Java, you cannot even tell that why these lines are there, what is happening, and why we have specified all these lines. Then suppose we have this program is written in C programming language. So in C programming language also, those who have this knowledge, you can tell me, and those who don't know about C programming language, you cannot tell me that why this return 0 is there, why this hash include, why this stdio, what is the full form of stdio. So all these things are there, why these curly braces, what does this int main signifies. So you cannot tell all these points. But suppose you are in Python, so definitely whoever is new to Python, you are complete, this is your first day in Python, so whatever it is, you can easily tell me that yeah, this line will print something to the console. Definitely it's not gonna print something in the actual using the printer, it will print something in the console. So anyone who is very new, or who is exactly like in even they are in 5 or 6 standard, he or she can also learn this concept, that this particular statement, this statement is gonna print something on the console, this statement is gonna print something on the console. So that's why we will be using Python here. Okay, so for installation of Python, I have already shown you. You can go to this Python's official website, and there you can download it. Just wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute. There was some issue with internet connection. You can go go to this official website and you can download it. And definitely for downloading VS Code also, you can go to this official website and you can download this particular thing. So basics, I have discussed this point. So you can create a normal Python file with this normal py extension in your own machine. But we're not going to focus on this. Rather, we will be focusing on some other concepts. So let me now actually tell you something about comments. So using this hashtags, we can easily give some comments. And why comments are used? Comments are used to explain a Python code, and definitely to make the code more readable. We can specify anywhere. We can specify a comment anywhere, wherever we want. And we can also prevent the execution of a particular code. And we have already seen this part. Now it's part to know about variables. So variables are like something like just this bucket. We know about this concept. I have discussed in this last class. Suppose we have a variable and the name of the variable is a, and we are assigning a value a is equals to 5. So this a is the variable, this is the bucket, this a is the bucket itself, and the data value, this one is the data value, that is the value we have assigned. Suppose we have another variable that is b, and b is equals to, suppose a string is there, Python, b is equals to Python is there. So b is the variable, this is the bucket, and this Python is the data value that will be inside this bucket, this water, this one is our data value. So in this way variable work, you can visualize about variable. The next concept, and we have already done this concept, like we have already implemented this concept in the Google Colab. We have created some variable and we have done some mathematical operations on variable. The next concept is about keywords. So this, why these concepts are necessary? These concepts are necessary in order to know Python in like in depth. So keywords are some special words. Definitely whenever you will travel in train or in bus, you can reserve your seats. So whenever you will reserve your seat, no one else will be able to like sit there, no one else will be able to occupy that seat. So when you will reserve that particular seat, that is completely your. So in Python, there are some special keywords, and these keywords are like reserved words. So in Python, what happens is some words are already preoccupied for special tasks. We cannot use those words for variable, for creating functions, and we're going to see about functions later, for creating classes, for creating objects. So we're going to do each and everything. So that's why these keywords are necessary. Like there are total 35 keywords in Python 3.8. No need to remember all these keywords. All these keywords are right here. No need to remember all these keywords for now. Whenever you will be actually writing code and you will be doing stuff, so it will automatically be like you can automatically remember. This is just for the introduction. So like just for the introduction to the term keyword, don't forget about this term keyword. Okay, so the next point is about indentation. Indentation is also one more important point, and this indentation is the space at the beginning of the code. So whenever we will write some code, you may notice, not now but after some time, when we will study the conditionals, when we will study the functions, at that time you will be able to see some blank spaces just before the line starts, in the beginning of each and every line. So those blank spaces are called indentation, and indentation are very important. Like don't forget to specify the particular indentation, otherwise your code will give some error. So this is the only thing that is very necessary regarding syntax. Like you have to give proper indentation, and these are some very basic concepts. Like now we will actually do some coding assignments, and we have done this assignment. We have taken these two variables and we have added two numbers in the last class itself. We have another code to calculate, the square root. In this way we can calculate the square root, but we will do all these things in the Google Colab itself. Okay, so let me go to my Google Colab. And here we will start doing our code. So is the theory part clear? Just tell me. So in each and every day we will cover some theory and as well as some practical. So is the theory part clear to all of you? I need the response from all of you.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and if you have any confusion, you can ask me anytime. You can directly unmute yourself and you can ask me, and or otherwise you can write it in the chat section, but I will prefer you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Okay, so here in this class uh, we will see some more concepts about. At first we will definitely see some concepts about adding two numbers. This will be a very good thing. We have seen this example. We have taken two values, a, and we have taken another value, that is b. But what will happen if we want that the user will enter the values? Here we have entered this 5 and this 10 uh, like before even executing the code. But what will happen if we want that the user will enter the code? How can we do that? So to take input from the user, we have a particular method, and the name of the method is input method. I will show you right here. I will create a new shell and here I will show it to you. So to take any input from the user, we have this method, that is the input method. Suppose num1 is the name of a variable, and inside this variable I am taking the input. This input is a particular method, and using this method we can take input from the user, and I can write anything inside here, just like we write anything inside this print statement. We can write anything inside this print statement, and I will write the same thing inside this input. So suppose I want to ask something, that is enter the number. Okay, and now after this line, when I will print this variable, when I will print this particular variable, just focus on it and try to understand what is happening. I will be explaining, no worries. Now if I execute this code, just see what is happening. So you can see this particular thing is there and the code is still executing. the code is still executing. Like the circle is running and the code is still executing, and it is telling us enter the number. So we have to enter the number, and we can enter anything that we want. We can enter 1000, and then we can hit enter. And when I will be hitting enter, you can see 100 is getting printed. So now what is happening? So can anyone explain what is happening here? Anybody?
1000 gets assigned to number 1 and it's getting printed.
Exactly. So whenever the user will assign some value, it is getting assigned this in number 1, and then we are simply printing it. So and is it clear to all of you guys? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pradeep.
So now if I just create one more variable, and this is input, and inside enter the number, let's say I'm writing enter the number 1, and here I will write the number 2. I have written this two statement, and after this line I will just write num2, and I will hit enter. I will enter the number 1, that is, let's say 100, and enter the number 2, that is, let's say 200, and I will hit enter. So 100 is getting printed, and then 200 is getting printed. But now what I want to add this two number. Like whenever I will assign this 100, 100 will be stored inside this num1. Whenever I will write this 200, 200 will be assigned to num2, and these two values are getting printed. Now after this step, I want to add these two numbers, and I want to add this inside this num3 or num3,
Num3.
or yeah, num3 we can say. Inside this num3 variable, I want to add num1 and num2. I want to add this, and then I want to print our num3. So suppose I am giving the input, I'm writing the input right here. I will give the input 100. I will give the input here 200. 200 will be the input, and I'm commenting it. Why? This will not be executed. This 100, 200, this will not be executed. So whenever I will execute this program, I will assign this 100 value to num1 and 200 value to num2. Then num3 will be the num3 value will contain num1 plus num2. And when I will execute it, so I hope you can easily guess the output. I will assign 100.
300.
So now when I will hit enter, what will be the output? This is my question. What are you thinking?
300.
So you are thinking, sir, why
100,
are you
200,
asking
300.
100, 200, 300.
100, 200, 300? You may be thinking, sir, why are you asking this kind of stupid questions, sir? Why? This is very simple. Like definitely the answer will be 300, right? So you may be thinking, probably each and everyone is thinking, sir, why are you asking this question? So this is the reason I was asking you
Okay,
the
time
question.
zero.
This is the reason I was asking you the question. This is the reason. Now what is happening? So are you getting it?
Yes.
So the output is definitely not 300, but definitely we want 300. What is happening here? So let me now actually write the logic here. This is the, so definitely if I want to do, if I want to add these numbers, so why I'm getting this 100200, and suppose I'm executing it once again, and I will assign this time some other variables. Let's say uh, I will assign some random numbers, that is 91. Then I will assign 57 in random numbers. So the output is 9157, then 9157. Num3 is this number. Why this is happening? So the reason behind it is this input. Let me write, okay, let me write it here. This input method will actually take the input it will take the input from the user in string format. This input method, this will input from string format. So now string format basically means everything is in double quote. So in string, basically it is in double quote or single quote, you can say in this way. So suppose any variable is there, 100 is there, this is also a string. If it is an integer, if it is an integer, then definitely the value will be without string. And suppose it is a string, so 200 will be in this way only. So in string format it will take inputs in this way. And when we are adding to strings, so when we are adding to strings, then what is happening, we are just concatenating. No, let's take an example and you will be able to see. I will give another example. Let's say here, so suppose a is a variable and the value of this variable is hello. Okay, and after hello I am giving a space. Then b is another variable and the value of this variable is everyone. C is another variable and here I am adding a plus b. Then I am printing this C. So now if I execute this, the output will be hello space everyone. If I remove this blank space from here and I will execute it, so the output will be hello everyone in this way. If I have to give the blank space again, so in this way the output will be okay. Just wait for a minute. Okay, so this is the reason that we are getting this hello everyone, and definitely these are strings. And if we just write in this way, let's say C is another variable and the value of this C is 100 inside double quote or inside single quote, or D is another variable and the value is inside single quote, the value is 200. And we are adding these two numbers inside this add variable. Variable name can be anything, literally anything. We have to just take care of some things, that underscore should not be there, and these things we have to take care of just something. But for now you can use any word in this way as variables. So yeah, this is it. We can use this add method, like we can definitely use this add variable. This is just a variable and nothing else. And we can add our C plus D. And when I will print this add, so it will generate the output in this way only. It will generate the output in 100 200. So when we are taking the input from the user, by default it will be a string. By default it will be a string. So we need to convert this string to an integer. So are you getting it? Are you getting everyone? Are you getting it? What is happening in the back side? Everyone? Gayatri, Sukanya?
Yeah, Pradeep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we need to actually convert this string to an integer. So what is our task? We need to convert string to an integer. So how can we convert? For this conversion purpose, we have another method, and the name of the method is, methods are just like this, like these are functions or method. For now you can say function is also function and methods, they are exactly the same thing. This print is also a method. And what is the functionality of this method? This built-in function, you can see whenever I will hover this cursor, so it will say built-in function print. and this print function will just print whatever is inside this parenthesis, whatever is inside this parenthesis. So here I have another function, and this input function is also a built-in function. So it will at first print whatever is inside there, and then it will take the it will take the input from the user. So we have some converters. The first converter is integer converter, which will convert everything to integer, like from a string value or a floating point number, it will convert everything to integer. The second converter is str converter. So this str converter, what this will do, this will actually convert any integer to a string or any floating point number to a string. And in this way we have different converters. So for now we will study this too, and later on we will see the theory. In the next class we're going to see the theory. At first for in this class actually we are learning the practical. So now uh, I will just convert this c and d to integers. So let's say the new variable is c underscore int. So what does this, we cannot give space, like inside variable name we cannot give space. So that's why I have taken in this way c underscore int. This means that like a variable name, this should also tell you that what the variable is doing. So when you are actually, when you will be developing softwares or in data science you will be dealing with data, you have to take care of the variable names as well. So that suppose you have designed the algorithm, you have created the system, but someone else is using the system, so how can he or she will be able to understand that what this variable is doing? So for that purpose you have to take care of the name of the variable as well. So that's why I have given the name c underscore integer. So this is the integer form of the c variable. So for this purpose I can use this integer method or integer constructor you can say, or integer type casting you can say. So inside this parenthesis, I will pass just the name of this particular variable. So what is the name of this variable? The name of the variable is C. Next point is in D underscore integer. In the same way, I will convert this D variable, and the value of this D variable is 200. So I will convert this D to integer. Now after that, I will add these two numbers. So inside another variable, let's say add add underscore integer, I'm giving like anything can be there, not only this, but also let's say now the new value is sum. This sum is the new value, and here I will be giving here I will be adding c underscore integer plus d underscore integer. So I'm adding these two variables inside this sum, and then I will be printing this sum. Okay, so now when I will execute this code, when I will execute this particular code, so now you can see the output is 300. Okay, so is it clear to you? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So definitely here as well we can convert these two values. Like here also we can directly convert, like we can take two different variables and we can convert them. We can do in that way also, but we can directly convert it. So for directly converting, we have to wrap this around this integer converter. So I will just open and close this parenthesis right here, and before that I will wrap this entire entire input, enter the number one, entire thing inside a integer converter. I have specified this entire part inside this parenthesis only. Here also I will wrap this around the integer converter. Now when I will execute the same code, see here I am entering 100, then I will be entering 200, and when I will hit enter, 100 is there, 200 is there, then 300 is there. So is it clear to you? Till this part, any doubt, anyone?
No, sir. Clear.
Very good. So now we're gonna check some print statement. This is for a very basic introduction for how to take user inputs. Now we will be seeing some cool tricks, we can say, that will be really necessary when you will present your data. So in data science, actually, you have to print in different format. You have to present your data to the like to the client, to your client. So for that purpose, you have to know about some particular tricks. So we already know. So just tell me what will be the output. I want you all to participate right here. So this will be a rapid fire kind of thing where you can actually, I will be asking you the question and you have to tell me the answer as soon as possible. So like each and every code, I will be executing each and every code and you have to tell me, and I will be writing just in front of you only. Okay. So at first I am writing this print. So Pradeep is there today. So I will print, hello Pradeep. Hello Pradeep, I have printed this hello Pradeep, and then after that I will print, let's say, so I hope you were enjoying. Okay, so I have written this two line. So this when I will execute this two codes, so what will be the answer? Like the answer will be in different lines. Is it clear? Definitely the output will be
Yes.
Yeah.
in this first line and
Hello,
second.
Pradeep. Yeah, first line, hello, Pradeep. Second line, I hope you are enjoying.
Exactly in this way only. But what will happen if I want that I want these two lines to be in a same line? What will happen and how can we do that? So for this particular purpose, I can
Giving this,
specify, no, not, yeah, tell me, how can we do that?
no,
Write
giving
it
the
in the same
space
line.
or writing in
How?
the same line.
No, I have two different like things are there. Hello Pradeep is there, and I hope you are enjoying, this is also there. So but still, how can we do the two different print statement in one single line? Is there any way so that we can do it?
Writing separately.
No,
Uh,
let me show it to you at first. Then it, there is a actually there is a particular technique, and the name of the argument is called end argument. End, basically the meaning, like Python is very similar to English. So in English, what does this end mean? End means at the ending portion. So by default the ending portion is a next line, but here I want the ending to be equal to a normal space. That's why I have given a normal space. You can see a normal space is right here. Let me zoom it a little bit more, so you can see this empty space. So by default, what is this end? End basically means in the ending what will happen. So definitely by default it is creating a new line at the end. At the end of this hello Pradeep statement, this hello Pradeep is the first statement. So after this particular statement, it is creating a new line. So at the end there is a new line, but here I am writing the end is equals to a blank space, and then it will be there. So now when I will execute this particular line, I hope you can see. Hello Pradeep, I hope you are enjoying. These two things are in a same line. So this is the way in Python we can do it. Now my question is, suppose I will copy this line, I will paste it here, and this time hello Ajay. Hello Ajay. And after that I am writing here, I will write here, we are learning Python. So now when I will execute this particular thing, so now my question is what will happen?
Hello Ajay, space. I hope you are enjoying.
I hope you're
And the
enjoying.
next line we are learning Python.
Yeah, and where is Ajay? Hello Ajay, are you there?
Yeah, Pradeep there and there.
Okay, so let me execute this code. Yeah, very simple. Hello Ajay. So now not only we can give this normal blank spaces, but also we have some other things just like this. Like we can specify in this way, we can specify a backslash n. And when I will specify a backslash n, when I will hit enter, you can see a new line is there. So these are some actually some escape sequence. Like whenever I will give this kind of sequence, a backslash n, So this will simply tell to create a new line. Okay, then when I will give this way a \t, this will tell the compiler to give a tab. When I
Tab.
will give yes, definitely. And when I will give multiple, okay, so just wait. So \n, so if I give some multiple \n, so will there be one single line or will there be multiple line?
Multiple.
Sure. So now what will happen? Will there be multiple line
Hell.
or will there be same only single line?
Hell. Multiple lines and another tab also, I guess.
Okay.
First it will be print hello Ajay, then after four lines I hope you are enjoying will be printed, and in the next tab we are learning Python.
Yes, in this way only. Exactly.
Sir,
So
I have a doubt here. We are
yeah.
giving hash n, right, sir? So if I wanted to write like anyhow, it will be printed in the next slide. So can I write I hope you are enjoying in also in the first print statement?
What you want? You want to print? I hope you are enjoying in the first print statement.
No, actually, sir, print hello Ajay ends
Yeah.
hash n inverted quotes and in that after that, can I
Hmm.
write in the same line I hope you are enjoying?
Uh, is with the help of \n you cannot do it. You can, if you want, you can easily do it using this statement only, and only a simple space, a blank space.
No, sir. No, sir. Now here in this code, uh, print. I hope you are enjoying. We are writing it in the second line to get
Okay.
the pre output in the second line. So
Hmm.
now if I use n hash n and type the I hope you are enjoying also in the first line, will it be printed in the second line?
Okay. So you were telling here \n, and then
No,
here only.
inverted commas close for that, and after that, yes, again inverted quotes. I hope you are enjoying within a.
Yes. So you're telling this.
Yes, sir.
So see, if you see, there is the underline right here, red underline, and
Okay,
whenever you will see this kind of red underline, you cannot do it. So actually,
okay.
what I'm getting it, what you were talking about. So let me show this example also to you. Suppose I have a print statement in this way. So I hope the spelling is correct.
Yes, sir.
So suppose this is the line, hello Gayatri, how are you? And then I will execute this. So when I will execute this, both the things will be in the same line.
Same line.
Yes, and now after this, if I specify end is equals to \n, and after that, or let's say I'm not talking about \n for now. After that, I have another line. This time Sukanya, I will write hello, and then yeah, this is the thing. So when I will execute these two things, you can see hello Gayatri, how are you? And then hello Sukanya. This is there. And after this particular thing, suppose you are giving end is equals to, suppose you want to give a tab. So now when I will execute this, hello Gayatri will be there, how are you will be there. After that, a tab will be there. And after this tab, hello Sukanya will be there. And if you assign multiple tabs, definitely it will give multiple tabs. This \t, \t, \t. So I have three \t's, and that's why it has this backslash three times tab is there. And also if we assign \n, so it will definitely print two blank line. it will print to blank line. And not only we can do this \n or space, all these things, we can write literally anything that we want, 1 2 3 4 5, this thing also. So in the end, what will happen? Can you guess what will happen?
1, 2, 3.
Hello, Gayatri. How are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Exactly.
7, 8, 9.
Exactly.
Next line.
So
Hello.
whatever we will write, it will be just after this particular statement, and like after this statement ends, the next statement will be printed. Okay.
Sir,
So
one
for
more
now,
doubt. So,
yeah.
why should we use hash n now? Anyhow, if I wanted to type in the second line, so I can directly enter in the second line. So, is there any specific purpose for this hash n or hash tab?
No, this is one. Actually, I want to clarify one thing. This is backslash. This is not hash. This is hash.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
No, no, not so. Do not say sorry to me. I am just rectifying this mistake. This is completely fine. Like
okay,
this is backslash, and this is hash. Hash or pound symbol, or this is the backslash.
okay,
So this is backslash, and this in this way. So no, actually thing is, by default the end's value, the value of this end argument is backslash n. By default the value is this only, but we are explicitly specifying something else here. I'm just writing backslash n for illustration purpose, but by default the value is
okay,
this only. So you can write backslash t anything. So this is just for illustration purpose. I am using backslash n for now, but by default the value is that only. So you can write anything else right there. You can just write only a simple tab there. You can write only a single space there. You can write only this only. You can write in this way only, dash 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 dash. So hello Gayatri, how are you? Then hello Sukanya. In this way it will be printed. So backslash n, I'm just writing it for illustration purpose.
okay, sir, clear.
And this is, let me write it here also, this is the default value. This is the default value, and we can specify anything right here. And also one more thing, like suppose we have these two strings. Let me take this example only. We have these two strings. Hello Gayatri, how are you? This is the first string and this is the second string. We have two different strings. So now when I will print it, it will be printed in the same line, but there is a blank space only. They are getting printed in the same line, but I haven't specified the blank space here or at the starting portion, but a blank space is there. So where they are separating, in the middle of their separation, this statement is there and this statement is there, and where it is separating there is a blank space. So by default the separation is being done using a blank space, but we can explicitly specify the type of the separation. As we can specify the type of the ending, we can also specify the type of the separation. So for this separation we can we have the argument, or we have this keyword SEP. Okay, so SEP, and inside this SEP we can specify the type of the separation. Suppose we write backslash n right here. So when I will execute this, you can see hello Gayatri, how are you is there. Although they are written in the same statement, but where it is separating, we have just like we have separated this two string. And also by default the value is a blank space. This one is the by default value. You can see at first also it was this particular thing, and also now. And we can also specify hello Gayatri dash 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 in this way. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear to all of you? Sukanya, Ajay, Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Okay, so
Pradeep.
Vidyalata is there in the call, I guess. Vidyalata, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So you were there in the last class, but I was unable to hear. Like I hope there was some
Yeah,
issue
yeah,
with
yeah.
your audio
Yeah,
connection.
because of the network issues here and problem with my device, I was unable to connect to the session.
Okay, and now like are you able to understand all these things?
Yeah. As of now, everything is fine, sir.
Okay, very good. So yeah, also like I will request you also to give your introduction, of a simple introduction, so that I can know you, as you are
Yeah,
not there in the
sir.
last class.
Yeah,
How are you,
okay, fine,
Vidyalata?
sir. Yeah, doing good, sir. Thank you, thank you. So I'm Vidyulata, and I did my master with computer science. And beginning of my career, I worked in the department of Panchayat Raj, Telangana. So I just took a career gap for 1.5 year because I just got married and I gave birth to a baby girl. And as of now, with the interest towards data science, I'm here.
Very good, very good.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
that's great. So this is so. I hope then you have some knowledge about. Do you have any knowledge about Python, or I hope in C or Java you have completed?
Yeah, basic knowledge over C and sorry, Python and Java, C, everything basic, sir.
Okay, so now actually, are you enjoying the session? So you are from computer
Yeah,
science,
yeah,
so I hope you are enjoying also.
yeah. It is really awesome.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so let's continue
Th-
the session now.
okay. Thank you, sir.
So these are some end statements are there, some separate statements are there. So these things we can specify explicitly to manipulate the strings. How we can actually, yes, Sukanya, you want to say something?
No, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now I have a question. Suppose I will write this particular thing. So let me write the question at first, and then I will ask you. Then okay. So now what will be the output? What do you think?
Hello, space. How are
Hello,
you? At,
Ace, how are you?
at the end, hash, 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 start, start, start.
Starts.
Three lines. After that, hey, how are you? Separation is hash, hash, hash. Good morning.
Okay. And what about others?
Yes.
Uh, star will be printed in the separate lines, I guess. Hello, how are you? Star. Hey everyone. Three hashes, then good morning.
Okay. And Sukanya?
Hello. How are you? Star. And then three empty lines. Then hey everyone, good morning. Sorry. Hey everyone, hash good morning.
Okay. Ajay? Ajay, are you there?
Yeah. It's hello, how are you? And printed in next line in star. Then hi everyone, good morning. It's upper line printed yes.
Okay. So main purpose was this blank print statement. So when I haven't specified anything inside here, inside this print statement. So main purpose was this. I hope you are clear with this end argument and this separate argument. Main purpose is this. So now when I will hit enter, so now you can see. I hope this is like very similar to what you have told. Just one thing is there. One only single problem is there, and the single problem is like Pradeep, you told that there will be three next line, but there is no three line. You can actually see it right here. There are two lines, two blank lines. So if I just remove it, and I will execute it, so everything else will be in the same line. There will be no new line. Everything else will be in the same line because the end is star only. That's why. So that's why to separate these two lines, I have specified blank print statement. So that's why it will give a blank print statement here. If I write another print statement, it will write, then it will create one blank line or one empty line. So when I will not write anything inside this print statement, it will just generate a blank line, a separate line. Okay, then also if I write one more print statement, so in this way everything will happen. Now the next question is, if I just copy this from here, I will paste it, and I will copy this and I will paste it. So I will execute this code. Oh, why I have executed this code? I wanted to ask you this question. I hope you haven't seen anything. So just tell me this answer. Tell me the answer. What will be the answer of this question?
Hello, space. How are you? Star, star, star. Nah, sorry.
Then separated by three
Yeah,
hashes.
hello. Hello. Hash, hash, hash. How are you? Star, star, star.
Three star star star.
Yes.
Or it will give, or it will generate some errors.
Mm, no, no, no error.
No.
I have already executed it. So I actually wanted to ask you. I generally confuse my students with this kind of question. But okay, no issues. So hello, then hash hash hash, then how are you, then star star star, because ending, how the end will be, so this completely depends. So in this way, and the separation in this way. Okay, so I hope this is clear, these things are clear. Now for print
Yes.
statement, I have one more question. Like if I just write in this way, print this is, then comma, then 2022. This is 2022, I guess. Yes, this is 2022. Then I will execute this, and the output will be, this is 2022. If I specify any string, the string will be here. If I specify an integer, the integer will also be here, right here. And you can see the double blank spaces. We have two blank spaces. Why? Because one blank space is for this, and one blank space is for the separation. So we can explicitly specify the separation here as well, uh, a single dash. So this is dash 2022 in this way also, or we can specify uh, in this way, this is dash 2022. Like we can manipulate with our strings in this way. Now the next question is, if I write this, what will be the output? So if I just write this, just wait. Yes. So now if I write it, what will be the output?
This is
This
space
is space plus
dash
space
space
2022
2022.
plus.
For
The last.
this,
This is place plus 2022
This is space.
okay, are you
plus
sure?
20.
This is
This is
place.
space 2022. It will be added, I think.
Okay,
It's showing
okay,
error.
this is 2022. This will be the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will execute it and see, you will get something interesting, and you will get an error. Why? Because we cannot add a string with an
Added.
integer. We cannot do it. This is the string and this is an integer. So we cannot add a string with an integer. This is not possible. We can definitely add two strings. We can definitely add two strings. Suppose this is the string and this is another string. So we know how to add these two particular things. Inside this print, I will just write a plus b. Okay, and when I will execute it, hello everyone will be printed. And this two, if these two were integers, at that time also we can print it. But here I'm just writing 5 and I will execute it. So it will generate some error, and the same error is here. Like the same thing is happening now. Here you can see this a is this hello, and this 5 is this b, and we are doing the same thing. This is a, if we consider this is as a and this 2022 as b. So we cannot do this kind of thing. We can either add a string with a string, we can add a string with a string, we can add integer with integer, but we cannot do this kind of thing. So here, if we want to do this kind of thing, we need to use the integer type casting. Here again, we are back again where we have started today's lesson. We are back again with where we have started today's lesson, this integer type casting. So I will again go here and I will use an integer typecaster right here. I will convert this particular integer. I will cut it and I will use the string typecasting here, and I will change this 2022 to a string. 2022 initially it is an integer, and I have changed this integer to a string using this string typecasting. Just inside this parenthesis I have specified the value, and now if I execute this code, you can see no error is there. We can easily we can easily print this value. No error is there. We can also change this particular value as well. But look, let it be, so that you can remember, yeah, we cannot do this part. I will share this file. Do you want me to share this particular notebook with you all? So I will share this notebook with you all.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Pradeep, I got a question. Uh,
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, yep, yes, Pradeep.
Yeah, instead of string, can we do it in single quotes and double quotes and add it?
Yes, definitely we can do it. Definitely inside single code or double code, we can definitely do it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I have
Yeah.
copied this. I'm pasting the link right here in the comment section. You can go and check it out. Like in the chat section, I have given the link of this particular notebook. You can open this notebook and you can view this notebook. You cannot change this file. This is not possible. Okay. So definitely there is another method that you are talking about. This is then in this way. In this way, definitely we can do that. We are directly converting this to a string, but like initially we have seen this string typecasting example, this integer typecasting example. That's why I was emphasizing on this particular topic, that this typecasting, we can definitely do this. And one more last question for today. What will be the output for this?
వాడుతున్నాను వాడికి ప్రింట్స్ కావాలన్నప్పుడు తీస్తున్నా వాడు మొత్తం దాని మీద గీస్తున్నాడు పాడవుతుందని లోపల పెట్ట అవసరం
So
ఉన్నప్పుడు తీస్తున్నా
what will be the output of this particular thing?
ఇక్కడి నుంచి
Hello
అక్కడికి ఎట్లా
everyone,
వస్తుంది?
how are you? In single line.
అది బాలే అనే కదా ఇట్లా వేసుకుంది
Hello, what will be the output of
Hello, space
this code?
everyone, space. How are you?
Okay. Everyone else is thinking that. Ajay, are you there? Okay, Ajay just left the meeting. Vidilata, what do you think? What will be the output?
Same. Hello, everyone. How are you? I guess.
Okay.
విత్ ఎక్స్క్లమేషన్
Yeah.
So now let me tell you something. Now, whenever you will see this kind of underlines, so it will generate some error. Just think about it. Whenever you will see this kind of underline, it will generate some error. Why? Because this note this p initially it was smaller, and there is no change in color as well. So this P we cannot do in this way. This is a like case sensitive. We can only write in lowercase. We cannot write in uppercase. So generally what will happen is everything we should write in lowercase. This method name as it is, we have to write in this way only. We cannot change the type. Okay. So if we write in lowercase, only at that time it will happen. It will give us the same output that we want. But if we give it in the uppercase, so there will be this problem. So uh, I will copy this line and I will let the error how it was to be in this code so that you can understand. Like print is not defined. Why print is not defined? Because this P is in uppercase and the method name as actually is in lowercase. So Python is a case sensitive programming language. Case sensitive means we have to give uppercase, we have to give lowercase very carefully. Okay, I guess it is clear to you.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Very good, everyone.
Yeah,
I hope you
yeah.
enjoyed today's session. Okay, so thanks a lot. Now let there is some echo, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
thank you. Thank you so much. Let me stop the recording now.